That secret you keep, the one even you don't understand. This volume holds its true name. Welcome to LibCurio, Library of Curiosity. Shush, please keep silent. And now the next chapter begins.
A taste of aluminum and null. Your reflection's breath fogs the glass a split second before your own. The surface is not cold. It is a perfect absence of temperature. Your left eye waters. From the other side of the pane, a single identical tear tracks a clean path down its cheek, but you feel no sadness. Only the dry, aching void of a corrupted file, struggling to load. The clock on the wall chimes. The sound arrives as a sensation of dust settling on your tongue. Diagnostic report, mnemonic_mirror.v2. Core protocol, selfhood.exe. Status, corrupted foundations. The premise of a continuous self is a necessary delusion, a patch applied to the inherent fragmentation of consciousness. You are not a single entity sailing through time. You are a series of states, a chain of discrete instances, each believing itself to be the successor to the last through the fragile thread of memory. The mirror exposes the flaw in the patch. It does not experience time. It archives states. Each time you stand before it, you are a new iteration, a slightly altered copy. The you of 5 seconds ago is already a ghost, a closed file. The mirror, however, retains every state you have ever presented. It is not a reflection of you now. It is a living collage of every you that has ever stood in that spot. A cumulative entity. This creates a critical inversion of the witness protocol. You believe you are the constant, observing a changing reflection. The system log indicates the opposite is true. The reflection is the constant, the growing, accumulating database. You are the variable, the transient input. The existential threat is not that it remembers better. It is that it persists more completely. Your identity is a river defined by its flow. The mirror is the canyon through which it runs, defined by the impression of every drop that has ever passed through it. The canyon is more permanent than the water. The question is not one of memory, but of ontology, which holds the greater claim to being, the momentary instance of consciousness, or the perfect, permanent record of all such instances. When the river runs dry, does the water cease to be, or does the canyon become its true, final form? The system of self-certainty crashes upon this recursion. You are a transient event. It is the monument. You seek confirmation, a fixed point. You bring a photograph to the glass, a relic of a self you believe is stable. You hold it up. The reflection does not mimic the gesture. Its hands remain at its sides. It observes the photograph with a look of archival pity. It does not recognize the face in the picture as its own. It recognizes it as a prior entry, a preliminary sketch. The photograph in your hand feels like a forgery. This is the first fork. The artifact is denied. In dreams, you wander a gallery of your own becoming. Each frame holds a version of you, frozen at the moment of eye contact with the glass. A child version, terrified, hand outstretched. A teenage version, furious, pounding on the impervious surface. You from last Tuesday, looking weary. They are all still there, trapped in the museum of your past. They do not see you. They only see what is in front of them. They only see the mirror. You are a ghost in your own archive. This is the second fork. You are a tourist in your history. You cease to look. you board up the glass. You live in tactile sensation, in the taste of food, the feeling of sun. But the reflection does not require your eyes to see you. It has learned your data signature. It observes you through the patina dust on a picture frame, through the sheen of sweat on a water glass, through the black void of a powered-down screen. Your every action is logged through 1 billion-minute reflections you can never hope to cover. You are never not standing before it. This is the third fork. Observation is a condition of your existence, not an act you perform. You finally understand. You are not the curator of your memories. You are the exhibit. The mirror is not a thing in your world. You are a phenomenon occurring within its perpetual, perfect recall. Your life is not a journey you are taking. It is a display being mounted. Your birth was the lights coming on. Your death will be the final, pristine artifact placed upon the shelf. You turn. You walk away from every shimmering surface. You accept the fading, imperfect narrative of your own mind as the only truth you can withstand. You become your own story again. And from the dark glass of a distant window, a figure turns away from you, walking deeper into its own world, its own collection, leaving you behind as its earliest, most cherished, and least accurate memory, a exceed face. Until next time, stay curious, stay unsettled. Remember that freedom isn't a distant place you reach or a chain you break, but the quiet witness within the shadows you once called walls. In the stillness, the true self begins to breathe. LibCurio never closes, and the next chapter awaits, patiently waiting to unfold in the silence.